All right, it is that time again. It is time for another relaxer touch-up recap. Okay, so this one might look a little different. If you've noticed, I have no makeup on. I decided to go makeup free for this video. I had no makeup on today when I went to the hair salon. So you're getting fresh face plus the day of recap, which doesn't happen often. So let's go ahead, let's jump in, let's do this. Hi, I'm Leah and welcome to my channel. This is where I share simple tips and product reviews for relaxed hair, oily skincare, and makeup to help you look great, feel great, and live great. So I went to the salon earlier today to get my relaxer touch-up. I was 10 weeks post. I typically go between 10 and 12 weeks. I try and prefer to be on the 11 and 12 week side of things, but I went to the salon today for two reasons. One was because I was just tired of doing my hair. After the last couple of weeks of washing my hair, it was just like the drying process of my hair, the roller setting. It was just really getting to me and I was just getting tired of it. It's not that my hair was being difficult or being hard to manage or I was having issues with it. It was just like, I just don't want to put my energy into doing it. I like washing my hair, but once I wash my hair, I just want it to be automatically dry and not have to deal with that part of the process. So I thought about just going to the salon for them to just wash my hair on my regular schedule. And I was like, why would I do that when I'm due for a touch-up? Just go ahead and let them do everything. The second reason is I had the day off from work and I was like, hey, I'm due for a touch-up. I prefer someone to wash and dry my hair for me. So let's just go to the salon on this day since we can. And then this way I don't have to rearrange my schedule or try to fit a salon visit in where I have some time. And it's just a more relaxing experience for me before getting to the salon, scheduling it, and actually being there. So when it came to this stretch, I really didn't do anything that special with my hair. I really focused on moisture like I had been, and then incorporating strengthening and protein where it needed to be so that I was giving my hair that protein moisture balance that it really needs to really thrive and to look good. I had no issues during this stretch. Like there was no real tangling. There was a little bit of extra breakage I had for a couple of weeks, but I fixed that with doing a protein treatment and then a bond treatment the next week. So I really can't say that there was any issues with my hair. It just seemed to go really well this stretch. I did try a few new hair products and I did a couple of videos about those products, and there's one product that I have not talked about that I'll share a little bit about, but I will fully talk about it in a full review that is upcoming. So the first product that I tried was the BodyWorks Lavender Aloe Anti-Breakage Deep Conditioner. I did a whole video on it. I liked it. It's not going to become a staple, I've decided, but it is something that I could use in case of an emergency as a backup for my deep conditioner. I like that it's nice and thick. And you can just watch the video, which I'll link for you down below to see my full review of it. But basically lately I've been using it more as a pre-poo than as a deep conditioner. The second product I used was actually 3 products, and it was 3 products from a product line. It was the Not Your Mother's Smooth Moves line. So I tried the shampoo, the rinse out conditioner, and then I think it's called the priming cream. I did not like any of them. I didn't like the way my hair felt. It just didn't feel like it cleaned my hair. It felt like it left residue on my hair. My hair felt a little way down. I did a video about it. You can watch that video and see what my thoughts were. But since then, I've been using the conditioner to shave. And then I've been using the shampoo to then clean my hair tools. And the priming cream has just been sitting in a drawer somewhere. And so I'll either throw it away or I might be able to pawn it off on somebody at some point. The third product, or maybe it's the 5th product that I used, is one that I have to make sure I look up here on my phone to make sure I'm saying the name right. I know the brand, but I can't tell you what the name is offhand. And the name is the Maui Moisture RX Hawaiian Ginger Moisturizing and Anti-Breakage Shampoo. Now this is the shampoo that I bought during a sale that Maui had a while ago. And it's been sitting around just waiting for me to finally get up the nerve and the time to actually try it out. And the reason that I did is that I had run out of my favorite sulfate-free shampoo, which is the TGIN Moisture Rich Sulfate-Free Shampoo. I'd run out of it. I did end up buying some more at the TGIN anniversary sale, but I was like, let's go ahead and try this one from Maui. It's been sitting around for a while. It's supposed to be moisturizing. And so far, it's been good. I've only used it for 2 weeks. I have to give it a third try to really solidify what I'm thinking about it, but I'll be doing a full review for you, and there'll be a video and all that jazz, so you can check out and see what my thoughts are for that once it comes out. So those are just some of the highlights from my last relaxer stretch that led me up to the appointment today. So I went to the salon, and it was not my regular salon visit, not my regular hairstylist. I went to my backup salon, which is the JCPenney salon. The reason I did this is because it wasn't last minute, but I didn't plan far in advance that I was going to do the salon visit. It was probably like a couple of weeks that I went ahead and scheduled this. And I was like, oh, I've got the day off. So I didn't have a lot of time to get in touch with my stylist because I can't just book a visit online like I can with the JCPenney salon. I have to like call her, and then sometimes I have to follow up if I call, or I text her, then I have to follow up if I text, I have to email her, I have to follow up if I email. And it's just like, it's so much work, and I just don't have time for that. I can just go to the JCPenney salon website, click and select where and when I want my appointment to be, and be done with it. And just move on with my life. It takes me like 5 minutes. I just don't have time for any of these extra steps that I have to take to go to her. And so I was like, let's just go to the backup salon. I've only gone to the Penny salon for a few times, but I've seen a different stylist every time I've been there, basically because stylists tend to cycle out of there just because I guess they can't build up a clientele or something. Then you have others that will only work on certain days, and that was kind of the situation with the stylist that I've been to the last time. He does not work on Wednesdays, or he wasn't available this Wednesday, so I went to someone else. And she was great, this new stylist that I had doing my hair. She's been there for several years. She's one that I've seen every time I've gone there, and she has a lot of clientele. And so I was kind of excited to have her go ahead and touch my hair because pretty much everyone I've seen leave her chair has good looking hair, whether they're natural or relaxed. The appointment was very simple, very straightforward. She based my scalp. She put some protector on my strands. Then she went and applied the relaxer, smoothed it out, went ahead, took me to the bowl. She did a reconstructive treatment. She also neutralized. She shampooed. And I didn't get any kind of deep conditioning treatment this time. I can kind of feel a little bit of my hair, in my hair not getting it this time, but I don't think it's that big a deal. Because I've done such a good job with my hair at home, it doesn't seem like it's that big a deal. Then once we were done with the bowl, we went back to her chair, and she asked if I wanted a roller set or if I wanted to go ahead and do a blowout. And I was like, let's just do a blowout because I don't have time to be sitting here for you to put rollers in this hair. And then for me to sit under the dryer for another 1 or 2 hours. I was just like, I just don't have the patience for it. I was starting to fall asleep anyway because as we were sitting at the bowl, I just like started to nap. And then when I got back to her chair, I was nodding off as she was working on my hair. Not kidding. I did have 2 issues with the way she did my hair after we left the bowl. And the first thing was that when she was blow drying my hair, she started on my hair being like drenched, totally wet. Like I came back from the bowl, the towel was on it, got a little bit of excess water off on the towel, but my hair was really, really wet. And I prefer, even I do it at home, like to sit under the hooded dryer first to get some of the excess water out and then start from damp hair. And the stylist I typically go to, that's what she does. So I didn't say anything. I just let her go ahead and do it because, I mean, I've done that to my hair before in the past, and other stylists have done that to my hair, and it doesn't have a detrimental effect. I just think that it lessens the amount of potential breakage that I could have during the drying process because my hair is fragile when it's wet, and when I'm doing all of that extra manipulation, when my hair is in its more fragile state, it's more likely to break. So that's really just why I do it. The second thing was when she was curling my hair with a flat iron, she did on some pieces of hair up to 3 passes. And when I flat iron my hair, I do like 1. I do 1. Now, mind you, my flat iron with her came out better than it does when I do it. But I like to use as little direct heat as I can on my hair. And so I was a little bit cringing when she was doing that. So that's something that if I let her do my hair again, we'll have to talk about where it's like, honey, we need to do fewer passes on the hair. Fewer. Overall, I like how my hair came out. I'll let you take a look at it as I'm talking here. But I did notice that my hair has grown quite a bit. Even in the front where some of the pieces are shorter just because of the breakage that I had a few years ago. And I've noticed definitely in the back that it's looking longer. I am going to be paying close attention to the hairs that are kind of like in the front. Like I'll show you here. The hairs that are here are shorter. These are not like intentional bangs that I cut. This came from breakage. And so some of these pieces were a bit shorter. And I do think they've grown a bit, but I don't feel like they've grown fast enough or enough. And I feel like there are also places where when I do have little bouts of breakage, that's kind of where a lot of it stems from. So I'm going to be paying close attention to those during this next stretch and seeing what is actually going on with my hair and is it really growing out, because I just want it all to be one length and not this weird layered thing that's not really layers, but I was able to get cut to look like it's been layered. What do I have planned for my next stretch? Well, I plan to go 10 to 12 weeks. I have to see exactly where that nets me out because I think that's right around the end of the year or the beginning of next year. I prefer to get my next touch-up after the new year, so we'll see kind of where my weeks net up and what happens, because like I said, I went a little shorter this time than I had originally kind of was thinking I was going to, and this has happened a couple of other times during the year, which I think has messed up my timing in terms of how many touch-ups I typically would get in the year. I do plan on using some additional new products. I have some new products from TGIN that I bought during the anniversary sale. So we're going to be trying them out in the next few weeks, and I will give you my review of those. I also feel like the Hawaiian Ginger from shampoo from Maui has been working really well, so I'll probably continue using that as well and kind of swapping it in here and there. I think that's everything that I've got to say about my last stretch, my touch-up today, and then what's going to continue going on with my hair. Yeah, I think that's it. Now I want to hear from you. Get in the comments section and let's start talking about your hair. What has been going on with your hair? When did you have your last touch-up? How did it go? What are you planning for your next stretches? Go ahead and leave all that in the comments. You can also ask me questions about my hair and about my touch-up as well. And while you're doing all that, please go ahead and give this video a thumbs up, give it a like, because when you do that, the YouTube algorithms know that you like my content and thinks that other people will too. And also please subscribe to my channel. And while you're doing that, if you want to get notified by YouTube when I upload new videos, you can hit the bell button. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.